Welcome back to the Grand Solar Minimum channel. Today is Friday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there today. I'm sure everyone has plans for tonight. There will be no show tonight. We'll do the call-in show on Saturday evening, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and probably check in with you guys on Sunday as well with another update. But right now, let's get into it. Our solar wind speed's coming in at 330.5 kilometers per second with a density of 5.4. Taking a look at our sun, well, it's blank once again. That's 12 days in a row, 28 days for 2020 so far without sunspots. Cosmic rays remain unchanged at 10.9%. Our KP indice coming in at a 0 and the 24-hour max at a 2. And if you guys look in the middle of your screen, you'll see the Earth-facing small coronal hole that is now facing Earth. That's why I'm going to put us on a quake watch for the next 24 to 36 hours of a possibility of a 6.2 to 6.8 earthquake. Now, we had a 7 happen around Russia, so this earthquake could be expected somewhere around off of the shores of Canada and possibly in Central America near Guadalupe, Guatemala, I should say. Guadalupe is a name of a maid somewhere, I'm sure. But somewhere Central America or possibly off the coast of Canada, we could see some seismic activity around that vicinity, but still on a quake watch for the next 24 to 36 hours due to the current conditions that we are looking at on our sun. And we are expecting solar wind streams to affect Earth's magnetic field around February 16th through the 17th. That's just here in a couple days. And then after that, guys, really, it's going to be kind of quiet. No coronal holes to speak of, no sunspots, no active regions, just solar minimum conditions like we expect. All right, let's take a look at this real quick. Massive North Atlantic Cyclone challenging all-time intensity records. Iceland issues red weather alert, storm Dennis. There's a lot here to go over. Powerful North Atlantic storm cyclone forced the Icelandic Met Office to issue a red weather alert for southern Iceland. In effect through the first half of today, violent and dangerous wind gusts may exceed 124 miles an hour in some areas. Residents are advised to secure their neighborhood, fasten loose items, and show caution. Traveling is not advised while weather warnings are in effect. Damages due to flying debris are likely, and construction workers are encouraged to secure construction sites. I think today would be a good day to miss work if you got winds of 124 miles an hour. The UK Met Office named the system storm Dennis on February 11th before it underwent a rapid intensification phase. This is the fourth named storm of the 2019-2020 European windstorm season. According to the Capital Weather Gang, Andrew Friedman, this monster cyclone is forecast to become one of the 10 strongest storms on record for the region, possibly even number 1 or number 2. At its peak, the storm may extend 5,000 miles with the cold front tentacles extending from near Florida all the way near the center of the beastly storm northwest of Scotland. Computer models show a rare scenario playing out with the storm maxing out intensity of a pressure of 915, which would be just 2 pressure shy of the all-time North Atlantic record set by the storm Breyer in 1993. In general, the lower air pressure, the stronger storm. Such an air pressure reading would be more than 5 deviations from the norm and would place the storm in the top 10 on the list strongest North Atlantic non-tropical storm on record. This is the peak time of the year for bomb cyclones in the North Atlantic, given the typical intensity of the jet stream and intense air mass differences that tend to move out over moisture-rich waters. What's been especially noteworthy about the winter weather, however, is the frequency and intensity of the storms spawned in the North Atlantic. Very few of these storms typically see their minimum central air pressure drop below 930, yet assuming Storm Dennis does so, this will have happened twice in the past 10 days. Storm east of Greenland, which helped propel Clara into Europe over the weekend, accomplished this feat as well. So our friends over there in the UK are getting their fair share. There's more on watchers.news about this red alert. They go over the south. The Reykjavik area as well is under a red alert. The south is under a red alert. We're talking about Iceland. Traffic and service are temporarily shut down. No travel is advised, and people should stay indoors. Elevated sea level with high waters and dangerous conditions add to the coast. Higher sea levels are anticipated due to storm surge, with the possibility of a small boats being damaged or detached from docks. Faxafloy is also under a red alert. Violent winds, possibly hurricane force, in effect from 7 a.m. local time to 1300 local time, which would be 1 p.m. Which probably that would be just about over here soon. The southeast of this area as well, hurricane force winds and blizzard conditions in effect from 7 to 12. Sustained winds of 78 miles an hour is expected. Sustained winds, dangerous wind gusts are possibly exceeding 124 miles an hour in the whole area. Snow and blowing snow and poor visibility. Traffic and service temporarily shut down. No travel is advised and people should stay indoors. So a big storm happening right now in Iceland near Europe. First we had Clara, now Dennis is causing some trouble. And this is what I was kind of expecting here since we've had such a quiet January. February is up and down. It's a roller coaster, mild then cold, and we've seen some pretty intense storms over the past couple of days as well. All right, let's take a quick look at our weather across the pond for our friends here in Europe and the UK. Today, we are going to be looking at a fine start in the east, but cold for many. A band of rain in the far northwest pushing east and southeast. Blustery showers following for the northwest. Staying dry in the southeast until this evening and becoming windier, and that's going to be thanks to Storm Dennis. Rain in the south and far west moving over the rest of the UK, with Storm Dennis bringing a very wet and windy day across the country. Saturday, spells of very wet and windy weather affecting all parts, especially over the weekend, in association with Storm Dennis. And this will bring mild air to you folks out there in the UK. And taking a look at our current radar, we have showers moving into the United Kingdom as we speak. Wales, Ireland, you guys had yours earlier. Most of Scotland dealing with rain, some snow in the higher elevations. Also near Switzerland, we have some snow showers in Austria, but mainly some light rain across the rest of the region as well. Nothing major to speak of. All right, let's jump over here to the United States. And we have a little bit of weather to talk about. Right now, we got some scattered snow across Ohio. Dayton, Ohio, you had some snow showers earlier this morning. Those have moved on out. And now we are expecting some snow showers in Charleston, West Virginia. Lots of rain still along the coast of Florida. Tallahassee has been in some heavy showers this morning. Jacksonville, heads up. The showers are heading your way if they're not already there by now. Some light lake effect snows probably affecting Buffalo, Binghamton, New York also. The capital region of New York, Albany, looking at some light snow showers. Also light snow showers above North Philly. And of course, Michigan having some lake effect snows on the western side of their state. And then we move across state. Well, just not a whole lot going on today, guys. Kind of quiet on the weather side. And we talked about that yesterday, looking at that high pressure system that was moving over the mid part of the United States. That's what's keeping us cold and dry right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at some weather stats here for the lower 48 here in the U.S. We'll take that off. Thank you very much. First of all, let's check out UK floods to see if we have any. It's been a while since we've looked at that. And today would be nice. There we go. Not showing up the way I'd like to. 12 flood warnings. So that don't look right. So we'll get back to that. Right now, that looks like we are inundated with flood warnings, and I think my map is glitching out on me. All right, so let's take a look at wind chills. It's cold up here in the Northeast. Negative 30 degrees in Fargo for your wind chill this morning. Hello. Millennial Farmer also waking up to a negative 32 wind chill up there in Minnesota, don't you know? And of course, cold across the Ohio Valley, the Midwest, Kansas, Nebraska. Hello, Matt. How you doing out there? Jesse out there in Wisconsin, you've got some frigid temperatures as well. Negative 24 in some areas in the Wisconsin. And then you go to the Northeast, Buffalo, negative 10 degrees today for your wind chills. Negative 16 in parts of Vermont and New Hampshire. And very, very cold in the far northern tip of Maine with negative 24 wind chill values. The rest of the country also pretty frigid as well, except for Florida, which that's usual. Let's take a look at our frost freeze line that's going across the United States. Yeah, pretty cold across everywhere right now. Temperatures currently in the northern plains are the coldest in the negatives. We've got a blast of Arctic air that's come down. 20 degrees in the teens in the northeast, not too terrible. Same thing in the northwest, 20s and 30s, not terrible. But the coldest bullseye right now is the plain states and the northern plains as we speak to this moment. High temperatures for today across the United States. It's going to feel like winter for the northern plains, the Great Lakes, and the Northeast. It's going to feel like spring for some of you out in the Northwest, in the middle part of our country, Colorado, Nebraska, the eastern part of Nebraska, and some 50s and 60s littered across the South as well, up the East Coast to North Carolina and Virginia. Tonight's lows, that's where we're going to see some really cold temperatures, especially if you live in the Northeast. That cold Arctic air is going to move from the northern plains. Temperatures are expected to be below 11 degrees zero tonight in parts of upstate New York, New Hampshire, Vermont, and further north into Maine. Meanwhile, if you live in Florida, the weather is absolutely gorgeous. I know there's people, I met somebody yesterday who's actually heading down to Tampa today to go check out spring training. That's right, folks. Baseball is back. And one of my favorite parts about baseball is whenever you start seeing baseball on TV in March, that means the warm weather is on its way. So that's the only good thing about baseball season starting so early. But taking a look at our weather map today, just not much happening in the Northwest. Some mixed precipitation, some snow on the far edge of the North Plains, and rain in Florida. And then we look at tomorrow's forecast, Saturday, February 15th. Again, not much really happening again. High pressure is dominating most of the weather here in the United States, staying very frigid for most of us here in the Midwest and the Northeast. Some snow building up in the Northwest, light snow across the upstate New York region through the Northeast, and some showers and storms developing along the Gulf Coast on Saturday. Then Sunday, we start to see a little bit more active weather. Rain for the south again, mixed precip for the Northeast. Of course, the northern plains, we're going to see snow and heavy snow in parts of Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, and Washington and Oregon as well. So a little bit more active as we head out towards the end of the week this week. And let's take a look and see what Tropical Tidbits has to say about all of this here on the GFS report. And I looked at it earlier, guys, and these things change every day. And this is no different from what we've seen in the past. We'll see these quiet spells, and then all of a sudden the next run you see, we've got tons of storm. But right now, this is rolling out till Sunday. That's when we start to see some snow develop in the Northwest, light snow across the Northeast, and some light rain showers in the South. This snow will move and trek towards the Northeast by Tuesday, February 18th, where this will mainly be rain for everybody in the Great Lakes and South. The only people that are getting snow from this system on Tuesday is going to be folks up there in the upper elevations, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine. Upstate New York could see some snow, then rain, then back to snow by the time this storm moves out. But this is a very, very big storm. But thankfully for folks here in the Northeast, it might be just an all rain event. We've got plenty of fresh snow on the ground right now, which is contributing to the temperatures being so cold up here as well. So that moves out. More high pressure weather is kicking in. Colder temperatures, 20s and 30s across most of us. So it stays winter for a while. That's also pushing that moisture down as well. So there was a pretty big swath of moisture that could have been in the south. But thanks to this cold front pushing everything further south, that's now going to be off of the coast in the Atlantic Ocean. And guys, pretty dry weather here for the majority of next week. Just some minor stuff to go through. And maybe by the end of the weekend, Sunday, February 23rd, we might see some light snow showers develop across the Northeast. Another system approaching in the Northwest. More rain for the South by midweek or early week, February 24th, with another low pressure system trying to get its act together. Now, the GFS is showing this is going to be a more rain and possible severe weather event for the South. Once again, for Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, especially those areas. Snow in New Mexico. And this system takes its time moving across the country. And look at this. Just absolute inundation of rainfall here for February 26th. The South, this thing really builds up by the time we get to Thursday. And you would think with all this rain and this low pressure system, no, there's not much snow with this. West Virginia is going to get a pocket of snow. That's due to the high elevations in some of their locations. And that's it. This thing moves off to the Atlantic. And once again, high pressure building in, bringing in another cold front behind you. So into March, we're going to see winter-like conditions for the parts that I've been talking about all year: Northeast, Ohio Valley, the Northern Plain states, Northwest, across parts of the mid parts of the countries, 40s and 50s, 30s. We're still going to continue to see that. Snow in the higher elevations in the southwest, and rain, of course, for the south. So up and down, roller coaster, unpredictable February, like I said 2 weeks ago. And I don't see any reason why that won't continue into March and even into April, folks. Temperatures may begin to rise and get closer to spring-like temperatures by mid to late March. But the one thing that we have to worry about with all this rain in the south and the Midwest and the northern plains getting pounded by snow and rain themselves is what is our plant season going to look like this year. And we're getting really close to that prep time now. If not, some farmers are already in the fields getting things ready. In fact, this is going to be corny, but I had a dream last night that I was in Nebraska with my friend Matt, and I was watching him till up the fields. And before I woke up, I asked him, so how did the tillage go? And he just looked at me, and that was it. I woke up. So yeah, Matt, sorry about that. I'm already dreaming about the plant season, right? All right, guys, that's going to do it for me this morning. We'll do another update. Tomorrow, we'll do the call-in show. We'll have a live chat going as well, so you folks can converse. We need your help here at the Grand Solar Minimum. We're still shy of the members that we need to keep this channel going. If you could, please join our channel. It's on the join button at the desktop. Also, we have Patreon. That would help as well. And then there is a PayPal link on our channel that will be monthly donations that also will contribute to GSM. Google is no longer paying the ad revenue to help people continue to be video creators on a regular basis. Right now, guys, it's getting kind of bleak. The advertising situation is weird right now on Google. So we need your help, folks, more than ever. All right, that's going to do it for today. Hope everyone has an awesome Friday. Happy Valentine's Day to you and yours. Mari as well. Happy Valentine's Day. All righty then. Guys, have a great day. We'll talk soon.
Do you like this show? Give us a thumbs up. Want to support us more? Share to your favorite social media platform. Buy a t-shirt or become a Patreon.